So Rob Lowe does an interview with the New York Times, and in an otherwise Rob Lowe interview, mentions that his politics are that he's for personal freedoms. He's like, hey, he's okay with gay marriage, you can marry whoever you want, etc. But he said his view is that the government should get out of almost everything. I don't know, Taylor, this is kind of like a big step to see, a Hollywood figure kind of announce that they're not totally liberal.
Sure, it's, he's saying that he's basically not a liberal, but it's not exactly like, Rob Lowe's not some, I don't know, cultural sort of doesn't have any sort of cultural cachet right now.
That's the problem with the people, most of the people who end up becoming more conservative, like Dennis Miller. God bless him, God love him, he's great. But wouldn't it have been nice if in 1988, Dennis Miller on Saturday Night Live had been a conservative, had been speaking out about pro-liberty issues?
But Rob Lowe, I think what makes this unique, you mentioned that he doesn't have the cultural cachet, but I do think that he is one of these top-tier actors. He's not like a Brad Pitt or a George Clooney or whatever, you consider your normal A-list guys. But he's very present. A lot of people really like his acting. Parks and Recreation is still fresh in a lot of people's minds. It's not like he's been gone forever. He's around. He's really involved in Hollywood.
Culture is more important than politics, so I would rather have a Rob Lowe on Twitter reaching his 1,000 conservative pundits aren't as influential as one Rob Lowe. Right. This at least is a permission structure. So it's at least if I'm going to be libertarian or conservative, I'm not going to be totally uncool because everybody in Hollywood, all the celebrities that I look up to are on the left. You can start to see some, whether it's John Popper or Dennis Miller or whomever. I mean, I know, again, they're not at their prime, and it would be awful nice if this had happened in 1987.
There's definitely a certain amount of fear associated with going it alone. Having a political position that nobody else has, or at least that you don't think anyone else has.
And if there's a sense that it is universal, that everybody who's cool, every rock band, every celebrity, that they see the world through an pro-Obamacare, let's say, prism, that you are going to feel awfully left out.
You're saying, so matters whatever, but no young impressionable kid cares what Rob Lowe says, is what I mean. Sure, it might be interesting for the people that read the New York Times and people that are going to sit around and talk about it, but a young impressionable kid is not going to even know who Rob Lowe is or care what he says.
But we're catching this interview at its seminal moment, so we know about this now. We're talking about it here on Morning Bro. I guarantee it's not going to be the last place you hear about this Rob Lowe interview. We're going to hear a lot about it over the next day at least.
I've literally eaten 25 of these nutrition bars this morning.